There's a fairy tale from Palestine with a really horrible dad and also justice and a girl actually getting what she wants. It's called Precious One and Worn Out One. And the reason it's called that is because there is a man who has two wives. He calls one of them Precious One and the other one Worn Out One. Lovely. Precious One has two sons. Worn Out One just has one. And the dad has a problem. Every night there are sheep that go missing from his sheep pen. The oldest son of Precious One says, I will stay up and see who's stealing the sheep, but he falls asleep. The second son of Precious One, same thing, falls asleep. The son of Worn Out One, our protagonist, says, I will stay up, and he manages to. Now, what's funny is this is a common folklore type where men have to stay awake to catch a monster. The way they keep themselves awake in lots of other stories is like putting a crown of thorns on their head, so every time they lay down it pokes them, or even like slicing into their arm and like squeezing lime juice in it so they stay awake. But this dude just says, I want 3 kilograms of watermelon seeds, and he just stays awake by munching on watermelon seeds. He discovers it is a ghoul that has been stealing the sheep, and he follows it to its home inside a well. So the next day he tells his dad, and he and his dad and his brothers go out to the well to kill the ghoul. However, the dad and brothers are too scared to go down inside, and so Worn Out One's son is the only one who goes in. When he gets there, he discovers 3 beautiful women who are being held captive by the ghoul, and he's like, I'm gonna save you guys. And they're like, cool, we'll show you how. We're gonna hide you, and when the ghoul comes home and he goes to sleep, you can tell he's asleep, not because his eyes are closed, but because they glow red. You can take his sword and, cut his head off and kill him. Apparently none of them could have done that before. Maybe it's a really heavy sword. So the ghoul comes home, they hide the guy, ghoul goes to sleep, he kills him, rescues the girls. So he takes him back to the mouth of the well, and his dad puts down a rope, and the first girl goes up, second girl goes up. Now the third girl really likes our guy, so she, before she goes up, gives him a gold bracelet identical to a gold bracelet she is wearing. So they're bracelet buddies. Our guy helps the girl up, and the moment the father laid eyes on the youngest girl, he was bewitched by her beauty and decides, I'm gonna marry her and make her my third wife. So he just drops the rope down and leaves his son in there because he doesn't want him for competition. The son manages to escape though. He follows a bunch of caverns, eventually gets back up on the earth, comes back and finds out his dad is planning to marry this girl, but she is refusing until he can find her a bracelet that matches her own. He's been trying to get all the goldsmiths to make a perfect match and they can't. So our dude just walks up to his dad, doesn't say anything about, hey, you left me in the well, and just says, I've got a perfect match. The dad's like, sweet, takes it to the girl. The girl's like, show me who gave this to you. And he's like, I'll show you, brings her out. Here's the son. And she's like, hey. The son is also like, hey. And then he says, bring me a sword, woman. And she brought him a sword, and he killed his father and married the girl. That's the last sentence. And the dad definitely deserved it. He tried to kill him. But what I love most about this is the girl actually getting what she wants, which is rare in folklore. So it's nice.